Hey everyone, just want to go over my top 4 crafts and talk about why they're pretty safe crafts, and then go over why every other legendary is probably a bad craft right now. At number 1, we've got Exarch, Naili. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. This is the best hunter card, one of the best hunter cards ever. While Hunter isn't seeing much play right now, so she's not seeing that much play right now. Uh, this card is insane. It's going to be run in every single Hunter deck till she rotates, and it'll probably run in every single Hunter deck in Wild forever. Insanely good card. 1 mana tracking is just so good. It's a better than Warlock Hero Power. You want this card. So if you're a Hunter player and you expect to play Hunter in the next year, you want this. Insanely good card. Next, we've got the Mage Sauron. This card right now, Elemental Mage is absolutely dominating, and this is the card that kind of makes it go. So if you want to play this deck, you need this card, and this deck is really cheap except for this card. So this card, if you want to play that deck, is a really good investment. If you don't like that deck, well then you don't need this card. But the reality, because it's not going to be used in anything else, so it's a kind of a elemental mage. So it's kind of a one-trick pony, but its trick is really good. Next, we've got Kill Jaden. This card is not as strong as some of the other cards, but it's a neutral and it's tons of fun. To replace your deck with the Endless Portal of Demons, each game +2/+2. You play this, you get bigger and bigger demons. Our people are already figuring out ways of this. The games are getting crazy right now, where players are having 70 health each, but then they're having 16, 16, 18, 18, 20, 20 demons come out. A really fun card. So I think if you're a free-to-play player who's only playing like sort of efficient tempo decks, this is not your card. But if you are any sort of value player, this card will see play. It's core to Wheel Warlock now. We were playing Armor Druid, and this is your main late game win condition, because you use all your armor to then switch into Giant Demons and use the Giant Demons to win the value game. So this card is a really cool card, and it does some really cool things, and just really helps in win the control mirrors. So and also reality is if you have 16 demons come out, it can win the tempo stuff if you have the tempo to leverage that, because it is very slow, and delete your deck. But reality is this card is really cool, and I accept to be like one of those like 28th through 30th cards of a ton of decks. So it's a good investment, but I wouldn't say you need it right now if you're on a budget, but it's a good long-term investment. And then finally, we've got the Ceaseless Expanse. I got lucky. I got a signature version. So, but this card, the only reason not to craft it is so you still have a shot of getting the signature version, which is way cooler in my opinion. But reality is this card might be the strongest card of all time. It's the new Zilliax. It makes Zilliax seem bad. This card's so good. It's run in every deck. When it comes down and all of a sudden not only is your board gone, but you have to deal with the 15/15. It's just so insanely good. It can be used with things like Odin Warrior to leverage tempo to switch. So insanely strong card. If this is the card, you're gonna have to craft it. So muster the dust. Maybe you skip out on some meals, and you get this card, because reality is what greater hunger, when the expanse is so infinite, you don't really need much food. You can never be satisfied, but except with the Ceaseless Expanse. So absolutely broken card. Those are my must picks. If you look at what other cards there are, kind of give you impression of like what is not, why it's not performing. Some cards, these cards, while are both good, I wouldn't say they're both okay. This card seeing a play in a lot of decks, and the 8 hands below is seeing play in the Double Blood. I don't think you truly need either. I've played Death Knight without this card, though I definitely think it's good and worth it. You could play a Highlander Death Knight without this card, and you could play a Double Blood without this card. So if you're on a budget, you don't need those. These cards are, I don't think either of these cards are particularly great. This Gorm, might be plays in some egg deck, but isn't even seeing play in a lot of the egg lists right now. So it's not even seeing play in the deck that it's designed for. This card, these Draenei cards, not really exciting. Not seeing play. The legendary backstab. I could see if a value rogue starship becomes a little meta, this seeing play, but there is no value rogue right now, so it's all fast rogue, so this is not seeing much play. Murmur is probably the one shaman card that I could see seeing play. And I still don't have Farseer and Ubuntu. I think this card's really cool. I might be crafting this eventually. But reality is this card is probably will see play eventually, but it is not seeing it now because it's just Shaman's not that good. But this enables a lot of stuff, so I expect this to see play eventually. So an okay investment, but don't think of it for right now. Think of it for later. This card is utter garbage. This card you get for free if you have the Tavern Pass, which I did, but still just don't even want to run it in my Demon Warlock stuff, so I don't think it's particularly good. Utter garbage, and I don't even, this card people have tried to make good, so basically, and these cards you both get for free. So you can see, reality is this is a pretty cheap expansion. There's one absolute must craft, and 3 you probably should crafts, and then everything else is kind of like you don't have it, you don't really need it. So those are my must crafts of the Great Dark Beyond. I'm having a lot of fun. So people are saying, oh, the meta is this starships, we're doing a lot of cool things. There's a lot going on, a lot of stuff to try, and if it turns out to be not the highest tier, I bet Blizzard will nerf some of the old stuff to make room in about 2 weeks. So enjoy it while you can in this, and enjoy it even more later. So I'm having a great time. See you guys on the ladder.